Let's study the awesome footwork Coco Gauff uses to return this down the tee serve. Now, first, this video is courtesy of 12KGP Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. All right, so this was a really well done return of serve. So she is returning. It's just a practice point. Jessica Pegula, and let's look at this. First off, notice where Coco is standing. She's standing in the green, yet she's slightly inside the court returning this serve. So this shows what we need to do with our pre-movement. We want our body going forward into the serve. Now, she's using a technique where she steps forward, and Andy Murray used to do this, or still does it. He steps forward, and Coco does the same thing, and then splits. So whether you take this step or not, you want your split step to be going forward. Some players do not take this step forward. Other players do. I prefer this method that Coco's using with the step forward. It does not matter which foot steps first, it doesn't matter because it all neutralizes out when it comes to the split step. Now, the timing of this step has to do with the toss. So when Jessica Pegula tosses the ball here, as soon as the ball tosses, that's when you see Coco step. So when your opponent tosses, step. That's the idea. You're rocking back and forth. You see your opponent toss, step forward. That gets the pre-movement, and then split step. Now, the proper timing of the split step is to be in the air as your opponent hits and then land after. Let me show you this. Let's take her serve to contact. So there's contact right there. Let's go one more frame. So like actual contact right there. And you'll notice that Coco is not landing her split, that the split step is actually landing after, and it's happening after. So what is the purpose of this? What is the timing of the split step? You want to land around 0.2 to 0.25 seconds after your opponent hits the ball. And that's a very specific time. And the reason is that is your eye's reaction time. When your eyes see something, you're able to react in that amount of time. It's 0.2 to 0.25 seconds. That is your brain's reaction time when it comes to seeing something visually. So we can put a timer down. Let's go right again to the contact right there. Let's put a timer down and let's see when Coco lands this split step. Right there. Perfect. Look at that. 0.21. Perfect. She's within that 0.2 to 0.25 seconds. So film yourself returning serve and make sure that your split step is landing after your opponent hits the ball, because we want to synchronize our brain and our reaction time to something visual to when our feet hit the ground. You do not want your feet hitting the ground as your opponent is hitting the ball, because your brain still needs to process what it's seeing, and then you become flat-footed for a fifth of a second, and it actually lessens your explosion in any direction that you have to move. Now, you'll notice this serve went down the tee. She is not going to take her farther foot, her cross foot, stepping first initially, but rather she's going to do what I call a sneaky step. This is where the foot that is closer to the ball will actually step slightly closer to the ball to help her get to the ball without committing to the crossing step. Watch her right foot, since that's the side where the ball is going, pivots, and she will turn her toe that direction, but she also steps. So here is her right foot position, and then watch how she steps over. So she moves her right foot slightly closer to the ball, and she also turns the toe that way. Here her right toe is pointing to the net. Now her right toe is pointing directly along the baseline. That gets the knee pointing that way. That's the hip turn. That's the shoulder turn. Everything is rotated. And now she is getting closer to the ball, and she still has not committed this crossing step yet. Then she's obviously leaning, super athletic position. She then reaches, and then the last thing after contact is finally stepping with her left foot. The proper timing and sequencing on a return of serve, when the ball is going down the tee or out wide, is called split, turn, hit, step. And when I say step, I mean the cross foot. So she's hitting on her right side, obviously, because the ball is going to the right. So the crossing foot would be her left foot. Watch yourself on video returning serve. Do not step with the crossing foot and then hit the ball. It will make you late. Especially with fast serves and getting your explosion and movement and body weight into the ball, you want to make sure that you hit the ball and then your crossing foot lands, because that means you have momentum into the shot. So this is super important. It's split, turn, hit, step. I love that she returns down the middle just to make sure that she is not giving like an angle that Jessica could use against her. Returning tough serves, you want to return down the middle. But this was just, when I saw this, I was like, oh man, I'm definitely making a video on this. Split, turn, hit, step. Coco, that is perfect return of serve footwork. Now, the best way to practice these techniques is at home with a Topspin Pro. You can get a Topspin Pro using my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. I absolutely love the Topspin Pro, and I know you will too. And if you're looking for new people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Now, if you would like me to analyze your return of serve, sign up for a Zoom private lesson or a video stroke analysis at 2minutetennis.net. I'll compare you side by side with the pros and show you exactly what you can do to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.